It's Sunday.
We're going biking.
That means we are going to have some fun. We're going to bike. We're going to go shoot a shotgun, which I can't wait to get video of Karen doing because she's terrified to do it.
I'm not looking
All she could think of is Kevin Hart when he shot the shotgun in that movie and he flies like, boom!
That's going to be me, for sure.
But we're going to go skeet shooting today. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to go bike riding right now. We're going to do our talk today. So that is going to be really fun. Can't wait to get back with you guys and tell y'all exactly how things have been going.
Show you some videos later. Over and out.
Got a nice little hat on to block the sun from my eyes.
Hello.
So we're on our bikes right now. We're just leaving. Actually, we're just leaving from our RV. So because there's already spots to ride from the RV. Which is pretty cool. That's always a plus. You don't have to like load the bikes up in the truck and take them somewhere. But yeah, it is a beautiful day. Blue skies. It's like 60 degrees right now. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. So keep you updated. Okay, guess who's on their way to shoot some guns? She's so terrified. I told her she has nothing to worry about. After that first shot, I said she's going to be addicted to it. I'm going to record her doing it, and I guarantee you she's going to be loving it. Can't wait, can't wait. Okay, I think she's ready. That shotgun is longer than your body, girl.
Oh, can I just hold it like this?
Well, as long as it's pointing at the ground.
Yeah.
You excited?
No. I really am not. I don't even know what to do right now.
It's going to be great.
I have to pee.
I personally think she's going to be a fantastic shot because with the handgun in the range, she's really good. So we'll see. Signing off.
Signing off.
Ready? Go up a little higher. Are you able to see out of your look? There.
Okay.
I don't want that to be in your way.
Okay, I'm just practicing. Alright, I'll go for that one.
Okay, go a little more to the right.
That's your left. There you go.
Oh,
There it is up high.
Did you get it?
No.
no.
All right.
But it did break when it landed.
Okay, there you go.
Which one?
Counts
do you
for
want?
something.
The same one?
Yeah, no, the other one.
Okay.
Pull.
See, it's going down, so you have to be below it.
You got it.
Pull.
Oh!
Oh, 2 for 2.
Yeah!
That's what I do.
Hello, everybody. It is Kiercam with Kiercam Adventures. It has been, I think, 4 or 5 months since we've done a video.
Ooh.
Yeah, long time.
Been a while.
It's been a while. But every time we go back home, because we're technically in our home, but when we go back home, we're there for like 3 months. This time it turned out to be 4 months because of things we will tell you about in a second. But when we're home, I don't have the drive to want to do, you know, our videos because we're hanging out with friends and family and stuff like that, and so it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things. But I get really excited to get back on the road and start making these videos again because, again, if y'all have seen our last ones, I love to do it. It's like a little hobby I never knew I liked until we started traveling. But the reason that it went from 3 months to 4 months,
We had some problems.
we had some problems.
A few minor setbacks.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been major setbacks.
It could have been really bad. So I will put the pictures of what we're talking about up so you can see them. But we were supposed to leave January 13th, and as I was airing up the tires, getting everything ready to go the day before January 12th, I come across it's like a
bearing or a wall?
bushing, bearing thing, whatever. But what it does is there's a hole, and surrounding it is just solid metal, and then there's a hole, and then you put the through it, and it connects to your almost like your leaf springs area, and it's not. It's supposed to be solid stainless steel, whatever metal. And when I looked, I was able to see the top part of the circle had melted like this, so it could have easily fallen off the screw. And I in the moment I'm looking at it and I know immediately that there's a big issue and we're not leaving the next day. So I got to figure out how to.
Kieran,
I got to figure out how to come in
like,
and
we can't leave. Oh, what is it now?
Yeah, I got
that big old metal.
And so I had to figure out how to come in and tell her, because I was like, oh shoot, we're really not leaving tomorrow, because it's not easy to get something done for an RV that quickly. So precursor to this is the week before, I was feeling like God was leading me to really try to rest in His will for our life more, because
His timing.
Being mobile, traveling all the time, it's very easy just to say, okay, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here, without saying, hey God, where do you want us to go, or when do you want us to go? So really that week prior, I was having just conversations with her, with my sister, with my mom, with multiple people about God's timing and trying to rest in that. And then this happens, and so it's no coincidence for me.
You're gonna say no coinkydink?
I was gonna say coinkydink.
I should have kept it.
I should have kept it. But so then this happens, and it's no happenstance, right? Like everything happens for a reason. Now it was this one little piece, so we thought. We got a hold of some mobile mechanics, and it was about a week's time before they were actually able to do it. So
one thing after the other was happening, though. When we scheduled the mobile, go with the mobile guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we scheduled with the mobile guys, the rain decides to come in the day that they were going to schedule with us. Then the next day, the rain came in again.
So not the next day. It was they were supposed to come, and then it rained, and then it had to be rescheduled because that was a Friday. They couldn't do it Saturday, so it had to be a Sunday. I went to go help to kind of sit outside while he was doing it, and so he calls me over as he's doing it. Okay. And he goes, hey, let me show you something. And the wheel's up enough to spin. And so he's like, look, I just replaced all these components. And he kind of gives it a little push, and the wheel starts spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And he's like, that's not good. He's like, usually you touch it, it spins, it might make a rotation, and then it stops. So he's like, what that is, at this point, is like metal on metal. And he's like, that's something that can catch your RV on fire. And I'm like, oh shoot, that's
hell on wheels.
Basically, we would have been rolling down the road with a ball of flames on our RV. And so I'm like, okay, so that day, Sunday, we were supposed to leave when he was done. Found this out, now we can't leave because we got to get this done. So it's probably maybe another 3-4 days, and we take it to them at their spot this time because he fixed that one issue, and we were able to get it to them. And so we leave because we're expecting to be back in a matter of a few hours to pick it up after they do this. And turns out
Monday?
I don't remember what day it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have been a Monday. But he calls me and he goes, hey, I got bad news. And I'm like, oh man. He sent me pictures, which I will show you. The inside of, like, when you take the wheel off, that the component that has the prong sticking out that you bolt your tire to, the inside of that, I don't even know how to put it. It was like it was so hot because of the issue he had said. It was starting to melt the components, like
it was warping
the components.
What was that piece?
I don't know. whatever y'all
rotor?
maybe the rotor, not the rotor, but the inside that holds the rotor.
Yeah, exactly. And then all the little bubbling of the metal and stuff around the tire.
And our
the
axle
was getting a little bit of
it
wear.
it started to kind of angle. It was getting so hot that the whole axle has a little slight bend in it. And so he was like, yeah, you want to get this done, so I can't finish it today because I didn't expect it. We're like, okay, fine. By this point, we've said bye to our family like 5 or 6 times.
They're like, we're just going to wave at you and say bye. Like, we're done crying. We're done having all the emotions. Y'all are playing with our feelings.
Yeah, and so we came back. So this is what happened when we had to bring it to them the time we're talking about to get the issue before we found out about the warping and the heat. We said goodbye, and we're like, oh, ha, 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 making jokes. Okay, we'll be back later, da-da-da-da-da. And then we showed back up. OMG.
And then when they kept it for the reason that it was warping, they kept it an extra day because we weren't able to get in touch with them before we could get our approval to work on it. Then the next day, there was a tornado alert, so it rained again, so we stayed home again.
So that day we were supposed to leave, and we didn't leave because it was raining again.
Yeah, so pretty much everything that could have happened, happened. But what a blessing, because if we wouldn't have seen that little piece of metal melted, we would have just gone on our merry way.
That's right.
And just started driving off like that, and it wouldn't have lasted much longer.
And we couldn't figure out why this oval-shaped piece of metal, which had a hole at the top, hole at the bottom, the top, again, melted. And we were like, and I asked him, you ever seen that? He's like, I've never seen this, before we found out about the overheating and stuff. It was so hot, it melted this metal, okay? And this little, like she said, this little tiny melted piece, it was a domino effect for us finding out a really big issue, which again, like she says, a blessing. Like God held us together some way, somehow, because if it was that hot for that bolt to be like that and for everything to be happening the way it was, we showed up in Houston. We hadn't moved the RV till it was time to leave 3 months later, 3.5 months later. That means we showed up to Houston like that, meaning it could have happened any second, literally.
And we drive. And
he said it was getting so hot, our tires could have fallen off. The whole axle could have come off.
Everything popped off. Everything. Just going 75 on the freeway. I mean, it could have been so bad.
It could have been.
All we do is go on windy roads on mountains edges.
OMG! Other people could have been hurt. We could have been hurt. I mean, it could have been very, very bad. But again, the week prior, thank you Jesus, we're sitting there trying to figure out, all right, God, where do you want us to go? We're praying more, hey, when do you want us to go? And then all this happens, almost 2 weeks span that we couldn't leave, and we weren't upset. We weren't mad. We weren't.
The first day I was, because I just want to be gone already. You know, everything was supposed to work out our way, in our timing, and it didn't. And I think was it 2 extra weeks, or was it?
It was almost
10
2 weeks.
days?
It was almost 2. So we were supposed to leave on the 13th, and we ended up leaving on the 25th.
So that whole time, was a time for me to like repair my thought process. Like Cam said, we had to rest in God's timing, and I wasn't. The first day I was like, I'm depressed, I'm ready to just go. Everyone saw me just moping around, and then I started to slowly realize like God had this under control, and it had to be in his timing. So from then on, I was just like, okay, let's just enjoy every time we get to see our family again, and then every time we get to do something, just cherish those moments, and then really understand that it's not in our control. When we think we're going to have something done our way in our time, that's like, you know, God just laughs at us and says, you wish.
Yeah, and it's so nice for your schedule not to go the way you want, and then to understand, like, to get the encouragement by God that, look, it's a growth moment. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's growing, and it was growing because and every time, every day, you know, that we were like, okay, it might be this day, it might be that, because again, 5 or 6 times we said goodbye, not even joking, because of the rain and this.
My mom even made us meals to take, and we had to eat them while we were there, so they didn't go bad. So she made meals like two times or something.
And so, where were we?
the growth moment.
Yeah, so growing was fantastic because, there was so hers moment was the beginning. Mine was really kind of like maybe a week in, maybe 4 or 5 days in, where I started to feel not myself because of the weather and the trying to figure out, you know, certain nuances of what was going on, and I hadn't. Thank you, Jesus, that I have a group of men that surround me that I was able to reach out to, and they were able to encourage me. They were able to encourage me not just with words, but with the word, and praying for me and us. And I could feel it, and I knew that if it was not for them, like, obviously God is all we need, but God gives people and puts people in all of our lives to help whatever it is, to help his will, whatever his will is. And so he was very encouraging for me during that fourth or fifth day. It was amazing. And so we could have been a ball of flames. That's pretty much what the whole story is about. So all that, we finally are on the road. We are in New Mexico.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, there's not much to look at, but
yeah. So
there it is.
That's our back of our RV, and then the side is like a valley over here to the right. It's beautiful.
It's not super mountainy.
No, but for New Mexico, it's like really
very
nice.
hilly over here on this side. Super pretty.
You want to leave that open?
Yeah, it looks like we have a fake background.
It does look fake, like a poster. So we drove 2 days, 5-hour days to get here. 2 more days, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're out. It's already been 2 weeks. We just wanted to get a quick update video of what was going on before we left and where we are now and what we're doing, because our next location is going to be, this is 3,500 foot elevation, it's going to be 8,500 foot elevation.
Frozen.
Frozen solid. I think
frozen.
it's going to be like 15 some nights and stuff like that, which I'm sure there's going to be a wind chill of even more.
We'll do a little mini video of how I work in the cold weather.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll definitely do that. I'm gonna video my routine in helping her with that every morning, and then, you know, video how she works and stuff.
Pretty unique.
It's unique, but man, we don't get tired of it. It's so
we love it.
It's so amazing. Like, you're always thrown little things. You're always having to do something that normally in a house you leave, you come back to your house, you might have some things to do around the house, and then really you're just hanging out and you go to sleep. And it's really, there's a lot more that goes into it, but it's so fun. It really is fun. It keeps me entertained, that's for sure. So we're in New Mexico. I'm gonna put a little bit of our shooting range experience before this video. You've probably already seen it now.
See, I got a little.
She has a little knot on her cheek from the shotgun.
From keeping my chin all close.
I told her just rest it. Don't like squeeze the shotgun.
Hey, Did you see my beginning video? And Cam's like, "You ready to go?" And I'm like, "No way."
And then by the end, she's hitting all of them.
More.
Boom, boom, boom.
It was really fun.
She was terrified.
I really enjoyed it.
She was terrified, and I told her, "You're going to want to go back," and she's like, "I already want to go back."
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a little bit of the bikes and a little bit of the shooting range before this video, but really that's what we've done so far, and we're out of here in 2 days, and there will be a lot more video content that I'm going to be posting, because it's going to be more of us doing things outdoors. We haven't been able to here because of certain circumstances, my pain, which has been horrible. So if y'all can, please, whoever's watching this, please lift me up in your prayers. Continue, please, to lift us up for safety. Like, even though it's an amazing gift of God that we get to do what we do, I mean, you're at the mercy. There's no privacy ever unless you're like tucked away somewhere in the forest or something, but on your own or whatever. But really, even still, there's no privacy. There's no fences. There's no like security systems. There's no like this and that. Like, we're here, and we're always around in different areas with people we don't know. And I pray, you know, that we're able to make lasting relationships with people. But unfortunately, the world is broken, and there's a lot of things, thievery and people that would just mean to do us harm for no reason. And that's anybody. That's everybody. So I will continue to pray that for everybody as well. But please pray that over us uniquely. And yeah, I mean, can't wait to have some more adventure.
Me either.
It's going to be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And posting for everybody to see.
Yes. So, if you know anybody that would like to watch these videos or whatever, let them know about us, Kirkham Adventures. Like and subscribe.
Send us places to go in the comments.
Yes.
Maybe we'll hit them up when we get to the state that we're going to.
So,
did you say we're journeying towards Washington?
I was going to say a quick little tidbit based on that is we're going to be going from here, New Mexico, Carlsbad. We're going to be going to Utah, like Hurricane South, like Zion, going angled more to Idaho, Boise, Idaho, and then into Clipping, Oregon, into Washington, Port Angeles or whatever. And we're going to Port Angeles because somebody told us about it, and it's beautiful looking, and we cannot wait to go. So that being said, based on that navigation, if y'all know anything to stop to see or hikes or whatever, let us know, because we will try to do it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and this is
Kirkham Adventures. Kirkham out.